by the way. But the big brokerage call of the day, amongst many others, there is also a UBS on defense, wherein they have buy on HAL. But Nuvama has initiated coverage on Waaree Energies with a target price of 2805. Harsh Johnson with details of that note. Harsh, good morning.
Good morning. So 25% upside from here is what Nuvama is seeing on Waaree. Positive in that regard. They're seeing backward integration to fuel will likely lead to a 54% CAGR over FY24 to 27. Mind you, they are saying that Waaree is not just a solar play, and there's plenty on offer when it comes to the business as a whole. All-round strategies to de-risk and sustain growth at decent margins is what Nuvama seems to be reading through. The Y2K like early stage multi-decadal opportunity is what they are seeing Waaree staring at, given the push towards renewable and given India's deficit with regard to energy. Well, also in terms of what they are expecting, FY24 to 27, revenue and EBITDA CAGR of 30% and 54% respectively. So revenue CAGR of 30%, EBITDA CAGR of 54%. They're saying that the cell plant startup would fast charge the EBITDA by around 2,000 odd crore in FY26 alone. They're modeling in around 800 odd crore in that sense from from this particular segment. In terms of margins, they'll moderate over the medium term, but comprehensive integration would lead to better margins going forward. So overall, positive on Waaree.
Yeah, Street's not buying it so far, at least with the pre-open rates, but we'll wait and see what opening looks like. Thank you for that, Harsh. There with a big brokerage call this morning. Avinash, I want to draw your focus to IT though, and we started our conversation where we spoke about the Accenture read-through. You said you're telling clients IT is not working out. 2% down on the Nifty IT just in the pre-open session. Any saving grace or any finds here in your view? Or if someone's holding these stocks, what would you tell them to do?
So I think, Tamanna, we are very positive on the mid-sized IT companies, typically companies like KPIT or Persistent. Our sense is that the larger companies could basically find a growth little more challenging. So I think, we have been telling our clients to be very selective. KPIT and Persistent seem to be quite well positioned considering the kind of, the job profile they do plus the kind of order book they enjoy. So I think after the March quarter and possibly after the June quarter, better clarity would come in on the earnings numbers. And obviously one could listen to the management commentary as to how the year looks forward. Any trigger, from the US market could be an additional bump up, but I think these companies are well positioned, compared to the big boys. I think it's our sense is that the smaller IT companies would be well positioned here, from now on.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about whether or not any ideas are emerging, because despite the big crack that you're seeing in IT, it may not be such a bad picture in terms of the breadth. At least the initial read-through is what I'm seeing. We'll see when the markets open. Kush, tell me if I'm wrong. And also, any other ideas that are emerging based on the pre-open rates?
So, PG Electroplast, I mean, this stock has done rather well over the last, 2-3 months or so. Last couple of sessions, you saw some kind of profit booking, but otherwise, if you see on good, a good footing, the, the volumes on the way up have suggested that, there is consolidation. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it move further. The targets there are 960 and 1000. Strong supports are around the 890 mark, so that should act as your stop loss. About 1% and slightly, higher opening. So still on good footing. 960, 1000 are your targets on the upside. 890 is where you place that stop loss.